Hey everyone, how is everyone doing on this Sunday? I'm sorry, Monday night, March 24, 2025. How is everyone doing? I am doing this podcast, at the end of almost at the end of this March. We had the Persian New Year, and then we had my birthday, and the St. Patrick's Day. But in any case, let's not go into the past. I was just finishing up some work, and my wife actually cooked some food. I think she remade something from some leftover chicken we got from our family friends out in Long Island. All right, we went to last Saturday. They invited us. So what's new, huh, everyone? Anything new? Well, nothing really new, except that I was just talking to my wife today that it's already almost a month for her to be here. It has been a little, adjusting for both of us, So we got to, adjust our everything to the new lifestyle, all right, for me and for her. So, and I hope she likes my our apartment. You like our apartment?
Yeah,
Where is she? Oh,
it's fine.
it's not as, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as big as our house in Islamabad, or um, you know how long it took me to buy this apartment? I've been here for 23 years almost, actually 24 almost, right? And yeah, I should have saved some money in the beginning, and and I bought one, but I guess I just didn't. First few years you don't care, and then after that, other things.
Sorry.
It's okay. Other things, yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Sorry, we were just talking about her framing a picture.
This one.
And in America, I don't know about the other countries. That's a good one too. Yeah. I don't know about the other countries, except for America and maybe Pakistan. I mean, people, it's especially for young people, and even for, older people in their, in their midlives, sometimes in their 30s, it's just very hard to, buy something, because just not easy to save. And, it's like you spend all that fucking money, and then you realize no savings, right? All right. Can I finish my, please?
Sorry.
It's okay. So in any case, I'm not going to do a whole hour podcast, because time is just moving forward. Well, of course it's moving forward, but actually, I actually was just finishing up some work, and after the dinner, and I was just thinking, of course, right? And like, my life is just like fucking just. I mean, weekdays, I don't know. I'm just feeling more the burnt of fucking work now. Am I getting lazy? I hope not. But this thing is like it's like a assembly line, right? For us, especially what we do, engineering and blueprints and all that. It's like an assembly line. So once you are in there, you can't stop the assembly line, And again, I just feel like I'm behind the computer screen. I'm in front of the computer screen, and just like I'm on the drawing board, and I do this for a couple of $100 and this and that. I'm not trying to be. Ungrateful. Maybe I'm becoming. Maybe I hope not. But like spending your professional hours and finding something more lucrative. I don't know, man. I mean, I've been saying this forever, and then I just in my own hole, and when am I going to basically hit some jackpot, sir? Huh? Probably never. I don't know. Jackpot, I'm talking about like ideas, jackpot of ideas, all right? I'm not talking about like winning the fucking lottery. Something comes up and then you basically just, hit the nail on the head, right? Is that what it is? And I don't know, what are you going to do? I mean, start some other fucking venture? Become a venture capitalist? No. I don't even know what that really means. I mean, I kind of know, but like adventure probably, but to be more efficient and and changing careers is it's not easy, and I mean I already turned 52, and for me to change the career and start something that I'm not really, skilled at anything other than what I've been doing, it's kind of suicidal, right? It is, but if it becomes just too much, whatever you're doing, it becomes too much, and you realize, fuck this, I'm not doing this. But then you have to take like really bold steps and say, you know what, I want to do something else. Or you also have to have money in the banks for you to survive if you're going to change your careers. All right, what the hell am I talking about? But I can't. I'm basically stuck. This is my one life, first life, probably last life on this fucking planet, all right? And I don't believe in reincarnation. I don't even know what that means, all right? Or I don't know. I mean, the existential questions of life, I'm not even talking about those, all right? I'm just talking about just survival here, living here with some degree of happiness and satisfaction, all right? So that's it. How is your March Madness going, huh? I did watch some of those basketball matches with some of my friends, a few of my friends. Friday night, I'm usually out. And again, I have to change my fucking habit, because when I'm out, I'm just out, which is not good. I just have to change that habit, yes. I'm a married man now, with my wife is here. I'm not alone. So that's something that I have to change. I know that, and doesn't mean that I can't hang out with my friends, but I'm just too fucking off. I felt that actually just too much last time I was out. All right, and the weather is still cold here. Like when I say cold, it's not even 60 degrees Fahrenheit. All right. So I'm just hoping any moment, hopefully, the weather breaks and I can just get on the turf, right? While my foot, my leg, and my back, it's still okay from the cortisol injection, right? Epidural. And speaking of the sports, I see something that says baseball's back. When is it back? 27th of March. Baseball's back. Baseball season starts, kids, in America. And I'm not really into baseball. Actually, I was reading some news yesterday. You know, me and my wife, we were watching some fucking movie. What was that movie we were watching? Oh, so we were watching that Resident Alien, right? Which is an interesting show. We are in the third and last season. I think there's a new one coming up, right? Right? 2025, I think there's a new one coming.
Yes.
Yeah, she loves it too. And it's an interesting show. You guys should watch it, all right? If you're into that. It's on Netflix. And what the hell I was talking about, and I went to talk about something else, all right? So, oh, right. So I was talking about the shows and movies. So, and then we ended up watching that Daisy Ridley movie. It's a new movie. It's interesting. We're gonna finish it. We're gonna finish it tonight. It's called what the hell was it called? Hey, the movie we were watching yesterday. I forgot. All right. It's a new movie, 2025, fresh. All right. You can actually watch it on, I think, Amazon, but you have to buy it. All right. What can you do? All right. So you can, well, I mean, whether you watch it or not, but it's an interesting, what do you call that? Interesting action movie. Action movie. And so I was just, when I'm just watching something, I also get on the news. So this Miami Open happening, right? Miami Open tennis is happening. I mean, it's not as big as like U.S. Open in New York, right? But there are big players playing there. So I was telling my wife, maybe this weekend, if there are games, maybe a final, maybe we can watch it somewhere on a big screen, you know? Because Miami obviously is on our timeline, right? What?
No, I'm asking Suraya.
What?
What are the attractions there in Virginia and
There's nothing in Virginia. There are attractions in DC, Smithsonian museums, all right? Smithsonian museums and the, what's the other ones? Air and Space Museum, that's a big one.
Oh, I like to visit that.
And then you got the mall, Washington Mall and Lincoln Memorial,
Shopping
all that, like, oh my God, you want to go to swamp,
What
as Trump calls it, is the swamp.
What is it?
Washington, D.C., the swamp, political swamp, all right? But my wife has a first cousin living down in Virginia, so we are planning to actually go down there in April, sorry. In April, all right? So let's see what happens. We haven't decided on a date, but we have to pick a date, weekend, and then we're going to fly down there.
Weekend, yes.
I don't want to drive. You want to drive?
No, we will go by train.
I don't want to go by train.
Or bus?
No, you want to have your own transportation.
I want to see the places, of course.
Right. Yeah, I'm not taking the train.
Yeah, we will
All right.
take the
Even
train.
if you go down there, I want to, we want to get a car, our own, independent. All right.
The car is not a big deal.
So either we'll drive down
They have a
there
car there. We can use it.
in our gas
They have a
guzzler.
beautiful SUV there.
Huh?
They have a beautiful SUV.
Okay, but that's theirs. We're not going to use
Yeah, we
theirs.
can use that.
No. I don't want to use other people's cars. So most likely we're going to drive down there in our gas guzzling SUV, our Jeep two-door, right? But I haven't been to DC in a while. Last time I was there right after January 6th, Jan 6th. And there was a whole scene down there, like these people on the boats with machine guns ready to just shoot you, And that was a scene I never actually had even imagined. A place like DC, they had basically blocked all the roads going into the into the Washington Mall area. So this is when was this? When the hell was this? I mean, last election, right? Before last election, not the last election. In any case, so that's what we're planning to do. But I'm sorry, again, I digressed. I went from one topic to the other. So let's see. It's it's a hike, even 4 hours to get there. And listen, so I don't want to stay there the whole time with them. Okay, we're gonna go there for a weekend, and then we're gonna maybe stay there one night with them, and then in a hotel. Okay, looks great. All right. Okay. So I really get back to playing some golf, honestly. To be honest with you guys, and what else? What else is going on? All right, so this year I'm hoping it would be better. It's just that I have to take a lot of deep breaths, and and again, change my routine, and I'm not living by myself anymore, and all that jazz, right? So yeah, there's something I have to do gradually, and I think it will happen naturally, which is good, right? All right, everyone. So baseball season is back, so I guess we can watch some of those games, maybe Sunday afternoon, late afternoon. My wife is just talking to herself. I don't know what she's saying, but and it's okay. I love you. It's okay. I love you. Oh, I thought you apologized to me. All right.
No, I'm not apologizing to you. I'm apologizing to Molana Shah Karim.
Okay, well.
I took up the picture from this.
All right. Okay. I mean, in terms of baseball, I would say that I would watch a baseball game if Yankees are playing. Yankees made it to the World Series, by the way.
You will read.
And just wait. I'm just doing my podcast. And sorry, I'm just talking to my wife. At the same time, I am actually doing this. The weekdays are obviously busy. We don't go out unless it's absolutely necessary. And she's settling in slowly. And again, we have to just basically adjust our whatever, everything emotionally, everything, readjust. Because it's also new for her, for me, and the whole 9 yards, right? And I have to be more like, sort of like the guiding star instead of like giving my emotions out, right, away. In any case, so what else is going on? I think that's it. I mean, we got to make plans. We will basically, I think, make our first plans to get out of the state of New York, obviously to DC, but then we haven't really made any plans. I mean, we're still waiting for her paperwork to come through, hopefully it does sooner than later. And I had to get her the driving license and all that, so she has to take those tests, etc. All right. Yeah. So again, it's not even a month, 27th would be our 1 month here in this country, our new home country. So slowly, we will basically just fingers crossed without any big issues. And this is what I was waiting for. This is what she was waiting for. So I guess we have to just say, yeah, this is it, and we just have to, start our life as we are. Although it's a little adjusting in the beginning, I hope, and then things would be smoother down the road, So a lot of things also new for her. For me is also my own adjustment of, like living alone for a long fucking time. My subconscious, I think, still thinks that maybe, oh, that's what you are, man. That's what you should be, I'm like, no. And we went to Long Island for some friends, family friends. It's kind of a low-key thing, and I'm not sure what we are doing next week, but I really don't want to make any fucking plans. So, whatever comes through my way, well, not really, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm hoping that the weather, again, if the weather breaks, then maybe Sunday we can, Saturday or Sunday. I really want to go to the golf course, honestly. Mm-hmm. All right, everyone. So, I don't want to talk about politics. I have no fucking idea what's happening. In terms of, what's happening out there in America these days is because, we have Trump is the president, and a lot of people are opposing him for not only, I think, for political reasons and for personal reasons. Again, I don't want to talk about that, but it's like people do not actually use their fucking logic, and that's why, I'm not saying that I stay out of listening to news and all that. I do listen to news and whatever's happening in the country and around the world, right? And I heard Teslas are actually now getting cheaper because of vandalism. Is that what it is? I don't want to fucking talk about that. But that's weird. I mean, people are fucking crazy to, use violence and all that, right? Vandalism. That's stupidity.
Sunday Queens, anyway.
No, Saturday we went to Queens. Saturday night. In any case, so everyone, I don't have any topics to talk about, really. Am I losing my fucking mind? Maybe I am. As you exponentially age after you hit the 50, right? Half of your shelf life, isn't that what they say? Shelf life, right? And then, you start losing a lot of things, your mind and your fucking whatever, right? But I'm glad that, I'm with my wife and, we're going to restart. We're going to start, actually, not restart. We're going to start. I don't want to use the fucking big word, start, restart. We're just going to basically live a normal life. All right? That's what it is. Sometimes, you feel like you have a lot of regrets. I'm not talking about like relationship. It's like, didn't I say that last time that after you get to a certain age, the things that you wanted to do in your life, they become irrelevant. Really irrelevant, to be honest with you. And there's the natural way of progression into an old age, you know. And then I think the natural course of action is your mind tells you, hey man, just take it easy and just enjoy your life. Don't think too much about, what you couldn't do. Yeah, you will think about those. You will think about those, at the last minute before you die. All right, that's it. So that's isn't that what they say? That what happens to you is that you don't regret about things you have done. You regret about things you have not achieved or done. Right? Those are the unfulfilled dreams and aspirations and whatever the fuck, right? I think those are basically almost universal, ubiquitous, right? Is that the word? For everyone, almost everyone, right? Unless you're some sort of fucking alien, you don't care. It's like you have lived this life in this fucking universe, in these three-dimensional rounds of space and fourth dimension as time. You have lived here for so long, not so long, but you've done this so many times that you realize, oh fuck, I don't give a fuck. What's next, But that in itself is also a curse, right? If you're stuck here doing this over and over again, it seems like, and realize it. And then you realize that, oh shit, I've been here before. Maybe not this planet, but more or less the same, right? On a different fucking planet, right? Because it's got to be the same conditions of life, right? I mean, if you are in three-dimensional space, which is basically you need some sort of a medium to live, some sort of a gravity, right? If you are in a universe of matter, right? And then obviously you need some sort of a body to live, right? Physical body. So it's got to be the same conditions, more or less, on a different planet in a different star system. I have no fucking idea, but I'm assuming. Just like those gray aliens we always show in science fiction movies and shows, right? But in any case, so maybe some people do feel that they have been here, or even on this fucking planet, over and over again. I don't feel that way. I mean, I don't think I even remember where I was before I was born. So that means that I was non-existence. I did not exist. I came into existence through my body, I think. But if you ask my wife, she has a little different perspective on this. Maybe she can talk about that in her own perspective. Which is basically sort of like the quasi-metaphysical, right? That the soul is actually somewhere and comes into your body from some. Is that what you believe in, right?
Yeah, of course. The soul was created many years
I
ago.
thought you said soul was created in May and we were born in August.
Yeah.
So
Our soul travels in different bodies. This is another stage we are going through. We were somewhere else before.
Oh really? Where were we?
We come to this body,
Like where? Where were we?
Yeah, for this we need some, you have to be on different level to understand it, where you were.
Oh, you mean you have to take some mushrooms or something?
Sent to this, mushroom. I don't know about mushrooms, but maybe Sufis know that, where they were.
Oh, Sufism.
On that level, and individuals who practice like meditation.
Oh right,
were
transcendental.
On that level,
Transcendental.
They may and them might know that they were where they were before sent to this world. Yeah.
Well, that's heavy.
And what form? In what form they were there? In another world.
What do you mean, like a kid or a
It's
dog?
not necessary that they were humans before. They were in other
Or snake.
forms or shape.
or a lion. I think I was some
Any.
sort of a dog, maybe a wolf.
Shut up.
Sometimes I have that fucking that moment sometimes, and just embarrassing. In any case, we all have our moments. We are not perfect, I think, but we have to control them. That's what it is. We have to be able to live without demons. Yeah. So in any case, without getting into that discussion, maybe I should invite my wife as a guest. She can just talk about some topic once in a while. She can enlighten you guys about her own, philosophical. She's very intelligent in that sense. I mean, who the fuck am I? I just,
You are more philosophical than me.
I am not actually. Maybe when I was
Once.
young, I was like enthusiastic, and I wanted to do this, and I wanted to see what the fuck. I wanted to like, what they call gaze into the universe, not gaze into the universe through a telescope, but gaze into the life to see what the fuck this whole thing is. But then I realized I fucking partied too hard in New York, and it was already too late. In any case, all right, everyone. I think it's already 31 minutes. I'm going to close my podcast. I presume you all are having a great start of the week. And I will see you all next week.